How's it going? Today is 2nd of February, Friday, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities are available out there. Today I'm going to be tackling Norway and looking to understand the process of working or establishing a company in Norway. I think it's going to be a requirement that's going to be given to me, there's going to need to be a company. I think since there's a requirement, perhaps something I'm going to have to do, but either way. Just to put things perhaps into perspective, I'm going to come back at taking a look at the process perhaps within this video. I can take a look at finance, right? And I can either begin by establishing a company or I can begin by taking a look at financial opportunities. So it's something that I have started in previous video. Take a look at there's some initiatives, right, that was set up by Norway grants in collaborative opportunities with other countries, right? To put things into perspective, usually there's something that's called calls, right? As of now, I can take a look at the number of calls. We can start from those calls. I haven't read all the legal agreements, so I can discuss that once I will begin reading those. Not necessarily be able to discuss it, what would be within the calls, but for people who don't know, perhaps that would be just an example of how to do it, right? Since even tomorrow I have a conference call with a couple of business partners, and they don't know about these calls. They don't know that there is an option available of that. Perhaps it's just because of legal agreements, and it's not necessarily something they have done in the past. If anything, I can bring more attention so that business opportunities available when it comes to working with the governments, right? Same organization that I was taking a look at in previous video, that would be, I think it's an innovation organization within Norway that I have taken a look at. But either way, that would be Norway grants, and as of now, they have 13 calls available. And those calls include collaborative opportunities with other governments. There's a finance available, there is a budget, right? So it's 142,000, 170,000, 100,000, 50,000, right? So that's for example, right? As of now, I haven't read all the agreements, right? But that would be, I can already see that that would be collaborative opportunities between governments and offering different services, perhaps a million things. Usually, it would be products or services, two things, right? Academia looking to introduce processes. I would, if it would be me, I would rather stick with offering products or services only. But either way, so that would be just an example, right? So there's 13 calls available. Myself or others perhaps can review some of those documents, and if it's something yourself you're interested in, you can submit your offer to any of those calls, right? Well, that would be just an example. Having read it, perhaps between those offers, there might be a requirement that you need to have a business within particular government, for example. That would be just one of the requirements. So then you need to reach out to that government and see if they're interested for you to setting up a business there. Nice and easy, I think. I haven't done it, right? But this is how it should work, right? But again, for as long I think for as long as you can solve the problem for that's number of governments. Can you solve the problem for any of those governments? That should be the only thing that should be important. Once you start reading legal agreements or perhaps requirements, then it's a different story, right? Quickly, right? So even yesterday, I think there was another news article just following local news, right? Something that was happening in Port Talbot, and as of now, I've been trying to reach out to local government. There's no response. There seems that there might be some opportunities since they're closing down partially all the operations in that port. I'm reaching out and trying to understand what's the process of establishing my company there. There's no response from local government. I've been reaching out to local government every day. There's no response. I'm looking to establish my business there, and how I can perhaps bring more jobs, more opportunities to the region. There's no response, right? Quickly, right? We are working with potentially 5.4 million of people, right? Very, very, very similar to Scotland. So where Scotland would have, I think, 5.5 million. It's a very similar population, right? I don't know about density and how many of those people are living in the Oslo, but most likely the Oslo, that's where I would potentially be looking to set up a company. Let's take a look at, within the city. Let's take a look at perhaps investment opportunities, right? I was taking a look at financial opportunities. Now let's take a look at investments, right? So I was taking a look at population size, and let's see what we can find for pitch. Let's take a look at Norway's pitch when it comes to business, attractive business, right? Invest in Norway is the country's official investment promotion agency, helping foreign companies to locate, thrive, and expand in Norway. We are your first point of contact when you want to explore how your company can profit by bringing its business to Norway. We provide information, assess your opportunities, and connect you to relevant networks. We facilitate investment process as well as all at no charge. Foreign companies benefit from our in-depth understanding of Norway's major industries. These include aquaculture, batteries. They got me there. I'm interested. But anyway, that doesn't really mean that much as reaching out to this team, and there would be not necessarily response of people shy, not necessarily people speak English. Let's I can share some experience, but on the surface, what I'm saying on the surface is looks amazing. It's all what I'm looking for, and I personally believe a lot of businesses are looking for this kind of things, right? Are they working within those industries? Most likely they do a lot of work within those industries. Something like battery technology might be know-how, and then it comes to how to do it, they might have that. Carbon capture, usage, and storage. This sector, well, what they have outlined, from what I understand, right, this is what they would like to do. It's not necessarily this is what they are doing as of now. Successfully. But either way, let's progress. Data centers, health and life science, hydrogen, green, maritime. Okay. So that's if not right now, this is what they projecting, so to say, right? This is what they're interested in some of the sectors, right? Very promising technologies in the future. So they have been outlined automotive, which is kind of interesting, right? They would rather focus on maritime and something that they might be able to do very well, right? Offshore wind and space, to name just a few. Okay, interesting. By the way, I'm not supported by this organization, so send me a check, right? There's a PayPal in the bottom. Send me a check. Let's take a look at some of the reasons, right? Clean, renewable energy, a great place to do business. Okay, a great place to live and work. All right, efficient, highly skilled workforce. Okay. So far, so good. I guess would that be what every business should look for? Great place to do business, great place to live, efficient, higher skilled workforce. Perhaps there's a name or number of contacts to reach out to. I'll try to reach out to all of these people, right? See how long it can take to actually begin doing something. Since we're taking a look at efficiency, I would like to take a look at that efficiency. Can we do that? It's Friday, doesn't really matter that much, but let's see next week, right? I can share some feedback while I'm doing it, how fast I can establish that, and or process would be exactly the same, right? So that would be there might be a requirement for me, not that I wanted to. There might be a requirement for me to establish a company. From there, I need to work that space, and from there, I would be looking at financial support available. That's a process that I'm going to be taking on, and there's a people available. Great. If you're interested in learning more, I have published a book that will be project flow. Within this book, I'm taking a look at body and everything related to body, everything what you would need to know when it comes to venturing into fitness and or working out, living a healthier lifestyle. Those this kind of thing is really very important for many people, right? If you're thinking of longevity and how or at least it should, right? How you feeling in your body, as well as within this book, I'm taking a look at very beginner-friendly information that will be where to begin and how to progress when it comes to working out, lifting weights, and all the placing stress on your body, right? So making sure that your body won't fall into pieces, so to say. That will be recovery, nutrition, and process of working out and how you can do it safely. So just some of the highlights. You can find it QR code in the corner, come to this website below. From my personal experience, most of the time reaching out and perhaps Norway would be different so to say, right? But from my personal experience, it will be a process where people would be looking for a reason why not to do it, anything. If they can, they rather do nothing, right? So what you need to accomplish and sending an email to these people, do not give them a reason why they shouldn't do nothing. That's it. That's it. It's a very simple process. And I would recommend to reach out to as many people as you possibly can, since they would have perhaps a team of just perhaps not close, about 20 people or so. So that's out of those 20 people, perhaps 20% of them are high performance individuals. 80% are just there. So that's my personal experience, right? Reaching out to some of those teams. And I'll keep the same template, right? I don't know if it's perfect, but that would be a very cookie cutter template, right? It would need to be made changes to according to your personal circumstances, but that was just an example that was given to me by software, right? So if there's anyone to blame about this template, let's blame software for getting this template, right? Let's close on that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.